welcome to my top 5 favourite movies in March video. So obviously these are the movies that I picked up Monday Movie Hunting, so the new March releases for Blu-ray and DVD. I've done a full video showing you all the, I think it was eight movies that I picked up in March so that you can look what the choices were. And then Josh has also filmed his top 5, which was kind of different than my top 5. So if you want to check that out, I will link that as well, so you can check those 2 videos, and then this is my top 5. The thing that's weird about filming it this time is I think there's two movies in this top 5 that I still haven't kind of done a review on in Friday reviews. So I will be talking about them again tomorrow, so it's kind of weird. Whereas usually I've kind of talked in depth about them all, so this isn't really a review, it's just more of my favourites and them 5 to number 1. So let's just get started. So at number 5 I have Doctor Strange. Now of course this is a Marvel movie and I love Marvel films, and so I knew, well I hoped that I would really enjoy this. And I knew I would enjoy it because I always love Benedict Cumberbatch, and like I say, it's Marvel, it was just very different. And I feel like this, much as I felt kind of about like Ant-Man, I'm not sure if I might prefer Ant-Man. I need to rewatch Ant-Man. I'm not sure, I can't remember what I gave it, but I didn't give it 5 stars. Whereas obviously the other Marvel movies, you know, Avengers, Age of Ultron, Iron Man 3, Thor, Thor 2, Captain America, Winter Soldiers, Civil War, all of those I pretty much gave 5 stars. Iron Man 1, there's a couple I didn't, but you know, I love those movies. And Guardians of the Galaxy, probably my favourite, I just love them. And I gave them all 5 stars. This one I felt very different, which could be a good thing. But also just, I don't know, it was a little bit weird. I found it a little bit hard to follow, and so when I watch it again, which I will watch this one again, I might find it a little bit easier. But I gave it 4 stars, and I think it definitely deserves a place in my top 5 because I did enjoy the comedy in this, and that is one of my favourite things about Marvel. They always have some fun comedy. I loved the comedy with the cape thing, or cloak, whatever you want to call it. And I really, really liked that. I thought it was really funny. I thought Benedict Cumberbatch was great. I thought visually, I really liked this. Some of the cool building things reminded me of Inception, and I just loved the visuals of it. Some of the visuals were a bit too much and a bit too colourful for me, but some of them I really, really enjoyed. So I did enjoy this one, and again, I will be talking about it more tomorrow, so I don't want to go in too much, but yeah, Doctor Strange. Then at number 4, I have The Edge of 17. This was different than what I expected it to be, but I ended up really enjoying it and really found it a breath of fresh air within the genre. I loved Woody Harrelson's character in this. I thought he was just fantastic, and I just loved him. He, for me, was the comedy in this film. I kind of thought it would be more of a fun coming-of-age story comedy, and it wasn't quite that. It was a little bit more darker and a little bit more deep, a little bit more real than what I expected. But Woody Harrelson kind of brought that comedy for me, and he was the comic relief in this, but in a really good way. I thought that Haley Steinfeld acted really well in this, because I've seen her in a bunch of things and she's not usually this type of character, but I believed her as this type of character so much, and there was times when I didn't even like the main character, and then I did, then I didn't, then I did, and it was this whole thing, and I really want to watch this one again soon, and I gave this one 4 stars as well, so that was number 4. At number 3, now, I thought this was going to be number 1. If you would have asked me to put them in order of my top 5 before watching the films, this would have been my number 1, because I was like, yeah, that'd be my number 1. And unfortunately, it's my number 3, so it's kind of weird, but it's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So, yeah, I find it hard to talk about this because I need to watch it again, so I don't want to blabber on too much because I've talked about it in 2 other videos and haven't got my thoughts across very well. I just felt like I wanted a bit more from this, and I feel like it's a shame because it is my fault, because I obviously, putting it with the Harry Potter films, it doesn't get there, it doesn't make it, so I kind of felt let down. It's just one of those things. Like I said, I gave it 4 stars. I did really enjoy it. It's obviously number 3 on my list, so it's a hard one, because usually if I just would have gone into this film with no previous expectations or thoughts or conceived things about this world and how much I love it, I would have thought, great, this is 3rd on my list. I really enjoyed it, I loved it, and I feel like because even though I gave it 4 stars and I really enjoyed it and I did like it a lot and I did love some of the characters, I feel like I'm always like bashing the movie because it didn't get 5 stars, because I wanted it to get 5 stars and I wanted to love it more than anything. but I still really enjoyed it. I still would recommend watching it. I'm looking forward to the others. I think I'll enjoy the series more as it goes on. I kind of feel a bit like weird that it's going to be such a long film series, but I've got my fingers crossed that I'll really like the second one. However, my favourite character was Jacob, the baker. I think his name's Jacob. Yeah, Jacob. He was my favourite character. So, I don't know. But I really, really loved him. If you've seen the film, you know what I mean. Now I've made it seem weird. It's not like that. Oh my gosh. He's still okay. Yeah, I've just lost it now. I liked the little beasts. I wanted them to be in it a bit more. Let's move on to number 2. I told you I can't talk about a film without it just going and just getting a bit crazy. Number 2, I had Bleed for this. This movie was fantastic. It definitely surprised me. I loved Miles Teller. I thought he was a brilliant character. He was so determined and just pushed himself beyond like the human limit. Obviously not Miles Teller himself, like who Miles Teller's playing, which is Vinny Pazienza. See, I can't pronounce his name, so I'm just calling him Miles Teller. It's based on a true story. Again, I want to look into the true story, but I just loved this film and the way that Miles Teller portrayed this character, well, portrayed this person, not a character, and the determination, and then also his comedy. He was such a funny character, and I loved the character, and he made me laugh, and I was like, yes, he's such a brilliant character, and I feel like I just really, really like this character a lot, and it is very character driven for me. I think the story was very interesting, and I enjoyed it, but it was the character for me that made me love this film. I gave it 4.5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. I would really recommend it, but I do really like sports movies, and obviously this is kind of it's a boxing movie, but I felt like it wasn't just a boxing movie. It was more of it felt different to me, and I just loved it. So yeah, 4.5 stars, Bleed for this. And finally, my number 1, my favourite film of March was Arrival. I thought this was fantastic. I gave it 5 stars. I definitely would recommend it. I know it's maybe not for everybody. I know other people who've watched it who didn't enjoy it as much as me, but for me, I really took something from this, and I can't stop thinking about it, and I want to rewatch it, and I want to think about it more, and I want to know more about it. I just feel like I really want to know more about what went on in this film, which I think is a brilliant thing to want after watching a film. Like, it felt kind of real, and I don't know, it was just weird. I just really, really, really loved it, and I really loved the concept and the overall conclusion and just everything about it when it, you know, even though at some parts I found that it did drag a little bit, and at some parts I thought, am I enjoying this? And then I was like, yes I am, and then it ended, and I was like, oh my god, I love it. So yeah, Arrival. 5 stars, my only 5-star in March, so it was kind of a given that that one would be the win. And so yeah, that's my top 5 favourite films that I watched in March out of my Monday Movie Hunt pickups. Let me know in the comments below if you have seen any of these or if you have any thoughts on them. I'm looking forward to doing my April one. There's only going to be 5 movies that I'm picking up in April, so it's kind of going to be a least favourite to a favourite type of situation, but we will see. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. Thumbs up if you enjoy these. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, or if you're a newbie, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye!